So a quick recap of what happened before I grabbed these 90s. I did a bunch of mobility, stretches, shoulder cuff, prime work on the cables, just making sure everything's warm, everything's good to go. I did a set with the 60s for like 10, slow, pause, and now I'm at the 90s for my first working set. Yeah, I probably could have done 2 or 3 more, but I added a pause, and I'm planning to go a lot heavier for a more aggressive working set, but that's a good first one. I've never done 105s for a real working set. Oh, 5 counts, at least 5 counts. Probably do another set of a little bit lighter or move on to like a cable incline press. But that was good. I'm happy about that. So I ended up just doing like 1.5 working sets on the dumbbells. And I say half because that first set with the 90s didn't feel like it was the toughest set I could have ever done. Like I mentioned, I probably could have done 2 or 3 more reps. And then the set with the 105s, I was barely able to get 5. So I'll move on to this heavy incline cable press. And it's pretty similar to like a dumbbell. Just the way the weight is distributed, the way it moves through your set is a little different. So it's kind of more squeeze focus, still really heavy, but I'm getting the tension at the top as well as at the bottom. Rather, like with a dumbbell, you can rest at the top. When you're at the top here, it's still really pulling you down. It's hard to explain. It's kind of just something you have to try out and explore and figure out for yourself. But I like this variation. So 1.5 sets there, and then 2 sets here, and then I'll move on to something else. And sometimes I would just do like all cable incline press or all dumbbell, but wanted to switch it up today. And I have like a neutral grip here. Oh, fuck. Yeah, one more. I'm gonna do a little drop set. So I was at the 72.5, and I'll drop down to the 62.5 here. And be mindful, even though you do a drop set and you think that it's gonna be a lot lighter, you're more tired, so it's still gonna be tough. Anytime, oh my gosh, my chest just feels like, anytime you do any kind of pressing, I mean, you don't have to, but I recommend that you pull your shoulders back and then kind of drop them down. So it's like your shoulder blades are squeezing into the bench. And that's not only gonna help you push heavier and more secure, like just safer, but it takes your shoulders out of it being the main movement. So if I were to keep my shoulders up, my shoulders are doing the majority of the pressing. But if I pull them back, now it's my chest. My shoulders are still helping, but I put the main focus on the chest. But time for a fly. Yeah, those couple of sets push me to my limit. So I think 2 working sets here. So I'll go as many as I can and then hit a drop set and then maybe some dips to finish it all out. No, that was good. I'll have the second one be a drop set. All right, 250 on the hammer strength pec deck fly stack. I'm gonna get 6 to 8 and then drop set. So I'll drop it to 220. And I could have done a couple more and round my shoulders, but then I'm taking away the primary focus, which is my chest, just for the sake of ego lifting, just to say I could complete that rep by compensating. Sometimes I do that, but today didn't feel like the right thing. Yeah, I think I'll just finish with one set of really deep range of motion dips, and then that'll be done for today. All right, this one's just a finisher set to complete my entire chest, and dips are super slept on. If you look at gymnasts, I feel like they have one of the best chests. That's because they're doing dips pretty much all the time. So I like to throw these in sometimes. It also makes my shoulders feel really strong and healthy when I do these. So the aim for this is go as low, as deep as I can go, full range of motion. And then when I can't do that anymore, I'm starting to get really fatigued, I'll pump out a couple half reps, and then I'll be done with chest. I still have abs and calves, maybe just calves. Yeah, that was really good. Great chest day. It's always, the energy always feels so different when I come to hit chest as opposed to legs. And I still really like hitting legs, and my legs have grown a lot, but there's so much more prep that goes into a leg day. So much more stretching of your entire body and just mental focus, especially if you get under a squat bar. You can't just go willy-nilly. Whereas so like if you hit some chest flies or you did a chest press, like you're still locked in and you still take it seriously, but it's less scary than a squat. But I think either tomorrow will be a rest day or back day. So stay tuned.